My two-way goal was football and baseball. Exceptional. So I got it. Because I made a dream and a promise to my mom that I was going to retire her. She was never going to have to work a day in your life. Problem is, your plan is about you. All y'all plans are about you. Your plans ain't about nobody else, and it's a selfish plan. Because you will quit on you. But you ain't gonna quit on mama. You ain't gonna quit on brother, little sister, grandma, cousin, the homie, but you'll quit on you. And I've seen it countless amount of times. But you see him every year come back to pro day, right? Ripped up, cut up. Why you ain't getting like that for us? But you got like that for you. But it's too late because the film is already done. You think you're gonna change everybody's mind by running the 40? They may look at your film real tight to make sure what did I miss? That's it. We just sat here and said, we ain't got but one plan. And it's on you. I expect to see that today. We good with that?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to work.
Johnson Gooden, Big Box. How was day one?
Man, day one was, it was day one. We came out here, seen how the team was feeling before the season. Everybody got some good reps in, seen a lot. So it was a good first day. We just got to keep moving forward and keep pushing to where we want to get to.
I know Coach Prime has brought us away from Boulder to get us from distractions. How's that been being off-site for these couple of days?
So far it's been good just because, bonding with your teammates and doing things like that, learning more about each other and just being around each other all day. We don't get a chance to, leave each other's sight. So it's just, we just crack jokes all day, lock in on football when we definitely need to do that. And just feel like we're definitely taking the right step in the right direction.
It's day one. When we get to the end of the week, go back to Boulder. What's your expectations for yourself and the O-line when we head back?
Really just to be comfortable with every play that Coach Marion called, be able to block any man that, steps foot in front of me, and just be able to handle my business on every level, that they want from me.
Box Chevy out.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
I've seen 7 day ones. This one felt different. Good morning. I've covered Coach Prime since Jackson State. I've been in Boulder through the rise of the program, and yesterday marked my 7th day one of fall camp under Coach Prime. I've seen loud practices, I've seen talented teams, I've seen first day excitement. But I'm telling you, this one felt different. Now, before anybody gets carried away, let's be clear, it was one practice. Nobody's hanging championship banners after August practice number 1. But if you've been around football long enough, you know the first day tells you more than people realize. It tells you about habits. It tells you about leadership. It tells you about standards. And from what I watched, Colorado is operating differently. One of the smartest decisions this staff made had nothing to do with X's and O's. They got this team away from Boulder. No condos, no townhouses, no TVs, no Grubhub showing up at midnight, no unnecessary distractions. Everybody is living together in dorms. Everybody is walking the same path. Everybody is focused on one thing: football. Coach Prime said he wanted to eliminate distractions. Mission accomplished. And before they ever took the practice field, Coach Prime gave the team a message that explained exactly what this camp is about. Everybody, give it your all. We don't know who's starting. We don't know who we can trust. This is when we learn it through camp. That's a quote, a bar from Coach Prime himself. Think about that for a second. He didn't promise anybody a starting job. He didn't hand out depth chart positions. He didn't tell veterans they were safe. He told every player in that room that trust has to be earned. Not in the weight room, not in spring ball, not off reputation, through camp. Once he said that, everything I watched made sense. While offensive linemen are intentionally putting themselves first in the line for drills. That may not make Sports Center, but inside a football building, that's leadership. When you're first in line, you're telling everybody watching, follow me. That's culture. It's like a quarterback, Juju. He wasn't just throwing footballs, he was coaching the receivers. Wrong route, he addressed it. Timing off, he addressed it. Communication, accountability, ownership. That's exactly what you want from the guy touching the football every snap. Over on the defensive side, the energy was different. Flying around, talking, celebrating, holding each other accountable. Coach Marr's fingerprints are already showing. And you remember what Coach Prime said before practice. It all makes sense. Nobody's protecting the spot. Everybody's trying to earn one. Now, don't y'all misunderstand what you saw on the field. There was some rust. There were some missed assignments. Guys getting their football legs back. That's normal. Being in shape and being in football shape are two completely different things. And you don't get in football shape without playing football, because football will expose every shortcut. But here's what impressed me. The effort never dipped. The energy never dipped. The coaching never dipped. That's what stood out. Now, if you're asking me which position group jumped off the field, I would say the running backs, without a little hesitation. Now, I've told y'all before, like Michael Welch is going to be special. The burst, the vision, the physicality, the confidence. He doesn't look like a guy trying to survive. He looks like a guy expecting him to play. So y'all keep an eye on him. Let's talk coaching. I said it before camp. I'll say it again. After practice one was in the books, Colorado needed fresh voices, and Coach Brendan Merritt and Coach Christopher Marr, these brothers bring something special. There's a young energy, but there's some old wisdom. They coach with passion. They coach with detail. They teach every rep. They would correct every mistake. And they never stop coaching. They know football, but more importantly, they know how to coach football. There's a difference there. Finally, let me give you one name that probably won't make headlines today coming out of camp. Practice one yesterday, practice two, and that's Danny Scudero.
How you feeling? How you feeling? You all right? I'm sorry I just saw you on my turn. You good? And you mad? He was sitting up there on the cart, and I've been on a couple of them carts. I'm like, Daddy, take your butt upstairs, man. You don't need to be out there. And he chose to stay because he wanted to be by his teammates. He ain't got no business here. He can't help us right now. But where is he?
Here.
Right here with you in the trenches, trying to help you get down. I don't know how many are like that, but I know we need 10 more on the field like that.
Because he's working his way back physically. He could easily disappear, sit on the sideline, worry about himself, take days off. Instead, he's present. Every drill, every conversation, encouraging teammates, celebrating others, holding guys accountable. Sometimes your best leaders aren't the ones making plays on the field. Sometimes they're the ones making teammates better while they can't even play themselves. Don't overlook that, because that's culture too. So what's my biggest takeaway after day one was in the books? Is that this doesn't feel like a team waiting for the season. It feels like a team attacking it. Nobody's crowned anything. Nobody's accomplished anything. But after 7 seasons watching Coach Prime build football teams, I trust what my eyes are telling me. The first practice wasn't perfect, wasn't supposed to be, but it was purposeful. And sometimes purpose beats perfection. I'm Uncle Neely. This has been your Morning Wood. Now let's get ready for practice 2. About to jump off right behind me. Because if day 1 was any indication, we got one heck of a fall camp ahead. Y'all know what to do. Stay tuned. We out.